Hi, welcome back to the Small Barn Workshop. Last week was the 3rd anniversary of this channel, formerly known as the Small Loft Workshop. And this week is the 2nd anniversary of this channel being monetised on YouTube. So I thought I'd make a video to address a couple of points. First of all, what's happened in the last 12 months and how much have I made from this channel? And secondly, what's happening with this channel going forward? But first of all, I would just like to extend a thank you to you guys, my viewers, for your subscriptions, for your comments and for all your likes over the last 12 months. The last 12 months has been a bit hectic. First of all, I sold the Small Loft Workshop and of course the house that went with it. And I moved here full time. With the workshop move and pack up, it meant I could not really put out the kind of content consistently as I would have liked. My channel was working and developing a very small workshop for those with limited space. And maybe for those eagle-eyed viewers at the beginning of last year, you would have noticed tools and machines disappearing from the Small Loft Workshop as they slowly made their way here. The house sold much quicker than I thought, which meant I had no workshop to create any content in for a couple of months during last summer. My newish 2-bedroom semi in England really took very little maintenance, so I could spend all weekend creating content for this channel. But when I came here full time, the chores around the house and gardens here take up so much time, it became really difficult, even though I had more time on my hands, to make consistent woodworking videos week in, week out. And that's especially true on these dark, shorter, cold evenings where the priority is keeping the log burning fire running. At Christmas 2022, I started to convert this barn into my new workshop. Over December 22 and January 23, I released a series of videos chronicling the work that I had to put in to get this space into a usable workshop. This was a deviation from my usual workshop output, and maybe to some viewers it wasn't what you wanted to see. When I returned back to the Small Loft Workshop, the views took off once again. And when I created more content here in the late spring and the summer by building this wall behind me, the new doors, the carport, again the views were really disappointing. It's obviously not what my viewers want to see, and I get that. Interestingly, once I moved inside this workshop and created this bench I'm now sat on, the router table, some of my cantilever supports, the views took off because there was probably more akin to the content that I used to make. Now, unlike 2022, I didn't have any single video that took off and had thousands of views in a matter of days. All the videos went through a very similar pattern of release the videos, a couple of thousand views, maybe run on for another week or two, and then died to be replaced by the next video and the next video. I created a couple of videos in October last year that did reasonably well. Those were the comparison between the Rage 5 and the DeWalt table saw, because now they're in the same space, and also the cantilevered bench calls. And then in December, I made the 12 days of Christmas videos, releasing one video per day from Christmas Day until the 12th night. Those went down reasonably well. What was interesting about those videos was the video that I had tipped before I released them to do well actually didn't do that well at all. Because I have got so many jobs to do around the land and the house here, in November I decided to start a new channel, Our French DIY Life, which chronicles being here in France and also the kind of DIY projects that I get involved in around the house and the land. And these videos are more of a vlog type video rather than a single one-off project, which means I can just basically show you what life is like here on a daily basis. And I started that channel because the experience of last year told me that my viewers on the Small Loft Workshop, now the Small Barn Workshop, didn't really want to watch anything other than 100% woodworking content. And I get that. This is why in YouTube world we all niche down and do a specific thing. So I've now got two specific things: woodworking in a small workshop and renovating a house and a garden in France. Some of you have followed me over from this channel over to the other one, and that's really appreciated. That channel is growing quite quickly. It's actually growing quicker than this one did in its first year. So at the moment, that channel's got just under 700 subscribers, and it's just broke through its first 1,000 hours. So let's have a look at my top 5 performing videos in 2023. And I've said earlier, some of these have come from content I recorded and published in 2022. In fact, I think there's also 2021 in there. The 5th most watched video over the last 12 months is the re-roofing of my mother-in-law's conservatory. This video is nearly 3 years old, and the first 2 years it got 6,000 views, and in the last year it got and further 10,000 views. In fact, with this video I can almost tell what the weather is back in the UK. If it's raining, people watch this video. My 4th most watched video with 11,400 views is a really quick video I made comparing the Rage 5 table saw with the DeWalt table saw at a time when they was both living 800 miles apart. The 3rd most watched video is my fold down MFT workbench that was made in the small loft workshop at the beginning of 2022, and it's the most popular video on this channel with over 60,000 views. Just to go on record, yes, I got the volumes wrong on that video, and every now and again I get a message from someone saying, can you turn the volume down on your video? And I would love to. I wish I could remix it, re-edit it, but once it's on YouTube, it's on YouTube and I can't do anything about it. Hopefully I get better every time I do make a video, but I'm not a professional editor, I'm a woodworker, and I screwed up with the editing of the sound on that video. And it's annoying for everybody, including myself. My 2nd most watched video of last year was my outside MFT multifunctional workbench. When I sold the small loft workshop, I decommissioned that workbench. The bones of it is in the mother-in-law's garage and is a potting bench, and the components are all here awaiting further projects. So my most popular video of last year is my 12 months review of my Rage 5 saw. At the moment it's got 45,000 views and it seems to put on about 800 views per week. Now, because it's a video that's less than 5 minutes long, it's actually paid me very little. In fact, I think it's about £120. So they were my most watched videos of the last 12 months. So the big question is, how much did YouTube pay me to make all the videos in the last 12 months? And the answer is, and I'm now paid in euros rather than pounds, €1,425. That's not a fortune, and all the money that I get from this channel is reinvested in here, apart from the little bit I have to give the taxman. I've got a bag just behind this camera of electric cables and electric sockets that I've bought today, which cost me €150, which is more than YouTube paid me this month. It's my passion and I like to reinvest in this space. So over the last 2 years, the time that I've been monetized on YouTube, YouTube have paid me €2,447. So basically €1,000 year one, €1,400 last year. It's not a lot, but as I said quite a few times over the last couple of years, it's not bad for a bloke who used to arse about in his loft. As I sit here on the 10th of February 2024, I have 5,642 subscribers. Again, a massive thank you for all you guys out there who support this channel. It is really appreciated. And the big breaking news of today, when YouTube updated the viewing figures, as they do round about 10 o'clock every morning, I've tipped over the 750,000 views. In fact, as of this morning, I've got 750,697 views. The money aside, there is another couple of benefits that's trickled in over the course of the last 12 months. First of all, Evolution have been sending me tools. Mitre saw stand, the cat carrying light vacuum cleaner. I keep taking the mickey out of the zero insert plate for the Rage 5, and the battery powered light, which is actually illuminating this workshop as we speak. Banggood have sent me a couple of bits. One I've already reviewed, one will be reviewed shortly. And also, over the last 12 months, some of you guys have very generously bought me a coffee via the Buy Me a Coffee app. I think I've had 11 coffees, £33. Again, all that money has been reinvested into this place. So lastly, where is the channel going to go from here? It's not going anywhere. I'm still going to be here in this little workshop making content. The workshop is slowly getting fitted out. I need to get that wall done behind you, which is still a mess and actually needs a total rebuild. The external renovation work is on our French DIY life. The wall will be rebuilt, the electric is in, that video is on there. The wall renovation work will be on there, but once I start working in here, building more benches, more work carts, that will be on this channel. And also all the DIY jobs I do around the house. If it's woodwork, if it's 100% woodworking, it will be on this channel. If it's digging an hole in the garden, if it's mixing some concrete, if it's plumbing a bathroom suite, and I've actually been out and bought a bathroom suite today, that will be on the other channel. So if you want to see me plumbing a bathroom suite in, if you want to see me rebuild that wall, if you want to see me building an archway in the garden, then go over and subscribe to the other channel. If you just want 100% woodworking, woodworking tips, tool reviews, here is where that will happen. And I'm hoping that I get to put out weekly content on this channel. At the moment, I have 3 partially finished projects that's been filmed and partially edited for this channel. So there is things happening behind the scene and content's coming your way. It's just that so far in January, early Feb, there isn't as much gone on to this channel because first of all, Lynn and I went back to the UK to see our family post-Christmas. So that took up 3 weekends. And the weekend before we went, I actually put the electric feed into the barn. So basically I've not done anything within this space for 4 weeks. A little overview of where the channel went last year and where it's going to go in 2024. I hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you soon. Bye. The fifth most I can't speak.